If you're moving away from the Metcon models and you still want a shoe that's really good for lifting, some cross training, but it's also pretty supportive, the Tier CXT2 can be a great option to go with. Now, three things to like with the CXT2 is number one, the overall stability that you get with this shoe. This model does a really good job at stabilizing under heavy lifts, so whether you are doing strength, hypertrophy, or power-focused movements, and you want max stability or routinely moving over 400 pounds, this model's midsole should do a really good job at giving you nice stability when you're training. The second thing to like with this shoe is it does have a good level of support throughout its sole. So if you like having a little bit more arch support and a bit more of a supportive midsole that lays a little bit flatter, and that's what drew you to the Metcon originally, that would be something to consider with the CXT2. I think that will hit for you. The third thing to like with this shoe is that it does a really good job for most things, especially cross-training, CrossFit, and lifting. If you want maximal toe box width and a shoe that's really well-rounded, and that's why you're moving away from the Metcon, the Innovate Flight can be a really good call. This model has a significantly wider toe box compared to the Metcon 7, 8, and 9. Now, three things to like with this model is number one, let's lead out with the forefoot here. So compared to the Metcon model, it's pretty easy to see that the Innovate Flight over here has a much more boxy and anatomical toe box. Plus with this mesh upper, it gives you a little bit more room. The second thing to like with this shoe is its versatility. So with this model, you get the Power Flow Max midsole. This is medium density foam that tends to break in really fast, gives you a good level of stability while also being pretty responsive. The third thing to like with this shoe is its overall weight and flexibility. If you like lighter weight training shoes and shoes that have a little bit more articulation, it can be a great option to go with. Plus the upper tends to be really lightweight and breathable. So if you want max ventilation, you train in hotter settings or hotter gyms, this can be a great option to go with, especially if you have notoriously hotter or sweatier feet. All right, so if you're moving away from the Metcon and you want a shoe for CrossFit, you cannot go wrong with the Rad 1 V2. Now, three reasons why I like this shoe for CrossFit over the Metcon is number one, the swell foam midsole is a lot more responsive and forgiving than the Nike Metcon 9's TPU plate in the heel and its dual density midsole. This model I think just has a much more comfortable ride for a wider range of CrossFit wads. The second reason why I like this shoe is the upper construction I think breathes a tiny bit better and it tends to be plenty durable. So you're not really losing out on durability despite having an upper that does I think breathe better than the Nike Metcon 9. The third reason why I like this shoe is it just has a little bit more zest to it. Now, the way the construction on the medial and lateral side of the shoe, I know it can be an acquired taste, but compared to the Nike Metcon 9, this model I think has a bit more style to it, and I feel like a lot of the colorways are starting to grow on a lot of us. I know some of the colorways really resonate with me, but all that to say, if you want a better shoe for CrossFit and you're moving away from the Metcon, try out the Rad 1 V2. It can be a solid option.